What's going on, guys? It is your boy Lazio Closey here, and I'm super excited. The pod is back. Yes, the Kicking Cleats pod is back. There's lots to talk about. Opening weekend of the footy atmosphere. I'm so excited. We got Premier League, La Liga. We're gonna talk about Serie A. It's not here just yet. I'm gonna do some predictions. Yes, I know that with the predictions, you're supposed to, do them before the league starts, but sue me, guys. Come on, it's only been one match day. Come on, give me a break here. We're going to start off with the Premier League. Man City against Wolves. Now, it's kind of a cakewalk with Man City blowing past Wolves 4-0, but I think this is going to be the demise and the beginning of the end of Wolves. I think that Pep, I don't know, something about Pep just drives me nuts now. Even though Man City is my team, I feel like Pep is going to be the new villain of the Premier League. You can be the hero for so long. After you be that hero for long stretches, periods of time, you're going to become the villain, right? And we see that with Pep. I mean, we saw them past seasons. We saw like the head scratching, the bleeding of the face, the interviews that were very, smart remarks and stuff like that. You don't really know if he's serious or not with his press conferences and stuff like that. Players are starting to get a little irritated with them. Holland's not looking really the best. Yes, I know they did blow past Wolves 4-0, but again, I think this is only the beginning of a downhill spiral for Pep. I think he's going to get sacked, if not in January, after this season. I think that's it. I think they're gonna call it quits. He's been with the club for about, I think, going almost 10 years now with Man City. I think it's time for a change. My prediction is that they're gonna pick up Crystal Palace's current coach, Oliver. I forget his name, but his first name's Oliver, and he's got an impressive track record. He did guide Wolfsburg to Champions League qualification. Frankfurt won a Europa League under him, and then Crystal Palace with a remarkable season last season, winning the FA Cup and the Community Shield this season. So very excited for that. I mean, I would want him. I would want him as a replacement coach for Pep. I think for Pep, it's time to put a little bit of a break. I think after Man City, I think you should really take a long break, like Jose did, Ancelotti. Just take it easy. Relax, collect. I think you should, head up League, or even better yet, City A. I mean, wouldn't it be nice to see him at someone like maybe Juventus? I hate to say it, or Como. You never know. I mean, Fabregas could go somewhere else, and Como can go high, 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 and attract a lot of coaches and players, and maybe Pep could be one of them. So I don't want to get too much off track here, but again, Man City blowing past Wolverhampton for nil. We're looking at Sutherland. Sutherland, a surprise this weekend. Sutherland beating West Ham 3-0. I think these are going to be one of the teams that's going to survive. More to that, but I'm super excited that Sutherland are back in the Prem after 8 seasons. It's just one of these things where it's like such a breath of fresh air, and they're doing well in the transfer window. They're not wasting time. They're not going after these BS loan signings. They're actually doing right. And they brought in a no. They brought Grant Xhaka from Leverkusen. He's not a stranger from the Premier League, coming from Arsenal and stuff like that. And then he had that stint at Leverkusen. But him to come back here to kind of show the young guns how it's done, I think that's great. I think it's good for the league, and I think it's good for the team as well. Nottingham. What can we say about Nottingham? I think this is going to be a force to be reckoned with. I don't see them finishing in third. They almost closed last season. Almost. But I think maybe a sixth or fifth. Definitely Europe for the next season after. Definitely beating Brentford 3-1 there. And Crystal, Chelsea, man, nothing too crazy there. 0-0, no draw. I mean, I'm not really surprised. I mean, Chelsea is a little slow in the start. Against Crystal Palace, I mean, they still got their current top guys. If they were missing a few pieces, then I can see where Chelsea could have edged just a little bit. But Crystal Palace is such a defensive edge for some reason. I think that getting a point was just more like a win for them. And then the game of the weekend, Arsenal, Man United. Shout out to McFinn's Pub here in Barrie. They hosted a wonderful and awesome footy event. I got Arsenal, Man U, and yes, there is footy fans here in Barrie. I was kind of surprised of how many. I mean, we almost kind of filled up the whole place. We gave up some nice prizes. Shout out to the winners that won the Kicking Cleats merch and the TFC tickets against Montreal. Shout out to you guys. Again, it was a great event. Talk about the game. Now, it was close. I mean, people that say, like, oh, Arsenal were all over them. Arsenal creamed them. I mean, you guys are out of your mind. I think it was close. I know that Man United have a long way to go. I think Arsenal as well have a long way to go. My boy Calafiore scoring that header, a chef's kiss. That was great. But it was close. It was very close. It could go either way. I was hoping more Cisco could have went in a little sooner. I mean, they did have Gyökeres. Arsenal had Gyökeres sooner in the game. I was hoping that Cisco was going to come sooner, maybe at the beginning of the half or maybe in the 50th. But, I mean, it is what it is, but it will take time for Man United. The thing with Man United, they have lots of time. Not like with Arsenal. Arteta has been saying, oh, trust the process. Oh, I have my 3 pillars of developing a player, yada, yada, yada. Dude, it's been going on for like 5+ years, 4+ years. Like, enough's enough now. If he doesn't make it this season without winning a major trophy, not the FA Cup, relax, cannot win the FA Cup no more. That's it. You're FA Cup out. Like, you've won enough of those. If he doesn't win like the Premier League or another major trophy, that's it. I think they need to get out. They need to tell Arteta, see you later, Jack. We had enough. We've been patient with you. This is an Arsene Wenger kind of deal. We did that the one time. Great. He kind of made up for that with the Invincibles and all that stuff. We've had him way too long, and I think Arsenal don't want to fall into that same mistake where they're going to keep a manager for 20+ years, and I think that's not the time for this now. That was okay back in the 90s up until the 2010s. Now we're seeing a pattern of, okay, yeah, managers staying for a couple of years, but we're not seeing, it's very rare to see someone staying for 10, 15, 20 years. There's only a few managers. I think there's two of them in the Bundesliga right now that have been with their respective clubs for about 15 years plus, or in the second league. Somewhere in German football, there is 1 or 2 players. But you don't really see that in the Prem a whole lot. I mean, we saw a little bit with Klopp, but he ended up leaving, so on and so forth. However, they should have went, and this is a hot take. I think people are gonna kind of have my head for this. They should have went with Ancelotti this past summer. I think they should have got rid of Arteta. I mean, I think they would have still would have got Gyökeres either with or without Arteta. I mean, Gyökeres still wanted to join a big club, and don't get me wrong, Arsenal, the Gunners are a big club. Don't get me wrong. I think that bringing Ancelotti in would have attracted some of their Madrid players to come over, kind of rebuild this Emirates, this kind of fortress, quote unquote, that they have over there, and he would have brought a lot of more personalities, a lot more eyebrow, if you know what I mean. But I think that Ancelotti would have been a good fit. He did snub a couple other offers to other clubs, and he picked Brazil. So I wish him the best there. But it would have been right nice to see him there. So it'll be very interesting to see what's going to happen after the season if they don't win anything. I'd be shocked if he still stays there. If if he does, end up leaving, who's going to take the helm? I mean, there could be Patrick Vieira that if he's doing well in Genoa. I think that's a big jump, obviously, from Genoa to Arsenal. But he's got Arsenal DNA. Like, why not? Thierry Henry, on the other hand, you could do that, but again, I feel like there's not enough experience. Like, yeah, he did Montreal, then Monaco, but I just still see him as a pundit, and I think he's got a lot of work with Como over in Serie A. He's an investor, so I think it's going to be too much on his plate to take on such a big role like Arsenal. It was so funny about like a year and a half ago, he was linked to the Canadian job after Jesse March. Just imagine Thierry Henry taking that job, how different it would have been. Like, it's a bit like, obviously the whole starting eleven would be French Canadians, or they would have got some French born and go down the family tree and they're non as Canadian and blah blah blah, and they would have got the. I mean, it would have been a huge kind of representation of bringing players in from different French backgrounds and stuff like that. It would have been funny. It would have been really funny. But yeah, I think the Premier League is in good hands with the fans and everything like that. I think my top four, I'm going to do my predictions. And again, guys, sue me. I'm going to do it now. I don't care. My top four is going to be Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City. Yes, my team, Man City, is going to fall to fourth. Again, this is going to be the demise of Pep. I think he's really going to be shooting himself in the foot this season, and it's going to lead him to going to a fourth place vision. Now, I picked Chelsea for first place for a number of reasons. One of them is that Mascada has really formed this club into the way that he wants it, in the dream he wants it. He's getting rid of the dead wood. He's not playing those players that really kind of slowed Chelsea's identity or slowed the team down. Also, I think that the rotation is very even. There's not like you're not getting a young serve replacing Van Dyke. I mean, the age quality is there, the player quality is there, so the rotation is hand in hand. It's very they're close to fair trades. Rather than if you look at Liverpool, Liverpool are still kind of relying heavily on their older players like Mo Salah, Van Dyke. Yes, they got superstar players. They might get Isaac. Reports today saying that Newcastle has informed Isaac he will not be leaving. I mean, again, the window is still early, hasn't closed just yet. Isaac is like on a like kind of a not a hunger strike, but he's on a strike. Like he does not want to play with them. He's training with former clubs. He's training with former teammates. He just does not want to play with Newcastle no more. I mean, we saw the Newcastle fans like ditch his jersey. Like I mean, like, there's got to be a point in time where enough's enough, right? Even from the players' point of view, the fans, guys, get it. You guys want to break up, that's fine. But the player, he doesn't need to be such a baby, and the players don't have to be miserable. Move on. It's at some point move on. It'd be a miracle for him to be like, oh, okay, I wanna, they're gonna have to do something. Give him, splash him so much money. I don't think the Habibi oil money is gonna be enough. I think he's done. It's too far gone. So, but again, Liverpool, great players. Give it 2 years time. Give it 2 years time. And again, I kind of hate to say it, but I give respect to Liverpool. They will win the Champions League. Once they get that rhythm, chemistry going, with Frimpong, with Rich, with all those guys that they brought in, and Teke, all those guys that they brought in, they're going to cause them damage. Right now, it's going to be tough for Slot because he is very, very ignorant and very picky. He likes to stick with the starting 11s. I was shocked that he even brought Keza in, and my boy scored. My Italian boy scored. So Gattuso, if you're watching this, and I know that you are, you know who to pick, okay? Keza. So and Keza's staying at Liverpool. So I'm happy. I'm happy about this. I'm a little off topic, but I'm happy. There's talks of him going to Inter, Napoli, Roma. No, he's staying. He's proving everybody wrong. Italian players need to stay in the Prem. Yes, I love Serie A, but we need to develop and we need to be taken seriously in the Prem. Okay, my bottom three. Okay, get ready. Burnley, Leeds. Unfortunately, I kind of have a soft spot for Leeds. Get ready for this. West Ham. Yes, the Hammers. Sorry, Tegan, but one of the Simcoe Simcoe County Rovers players, Tegan there. Congratulations on the win, by the way. The women played fantastic this season. They kicked butt. She's actually a Hammers fan, West Ham fan. So it's funny at Rovers TV, we're kind of chit chatting and just giving each other banter. Very surprising and unusual team to support, but hey, I give all respect to that. I mean, they've got such a rich history and rich kind of culture and stuff like that. And they've, produced one of the, big players. I mean, we saw Rice coming out of there and so on and so forth. But I think this is the time where they're going to go down again. Graham Potter is just so weird. Graham Potter is just, he's so weird. I loved him at Brighton, but then he went to Chelsea and then he got linked to Milan. He's just so weird. Like he's a friend zone coach. Definitely a friend zone coach with Maurizio Pochettino. Now, if anybody's new to the show here, I got to do lingos and phrases and stuff like that. My favorite one, or one I use quite a lot, is the friend zone coach. Now, the friend zone coach is a coach that is very pushovery. He doesn't have that grit. He doesn't have that power to kind of push the guys, like Robin Fraser at TFC. Oh, hey guys, yeah, today it was just an amazing time. The loss was good. It was a good loss, and we will learn from that. No, Coaches need to stop doing that. They need to stop being delusional and grab their players by the ears at the end of the game and say, "You're coming with me. I'm gonna rip you a new asshole in the change room. Okay, I'm gonna like go berserk." Right? And Mauricio Pochettino was famously for that when he was coaching at Spurs. No grit. He was too friendly. I mean, Jose Mourinho kind of mentioned that in the All for Nothing doc when he coached them back in 2021. He's like, "You guys are too friendly. Like, I need you to guys be the C word. I'm not gonna say it on here, but I need you to guys be more physical, more out there. This is why we're not winning any trophies." And that's true. They weren't winning anything. They haven't brought in a big. Now they're starting to win. You know, Ange did kind of bring that toughness to them. Who knows what Frank's gonna do? I mean, the Danish Frank, I think he's still a little soft in my opinion. However, back to West Ham, yeah, I think they're gonna get relegated. I think they're gonna get relegated. Sutherland is gonna be saved. Sutherland's gonna be in the Prem for a while. I think it's only up from here. Who knows? Maybe they're gonna sign another Fabio Brini. You know, back in the day, the Italian. You know what I mean? Bringing some more Italians over to Sutherland. I know the Mexicans. Mexicans love Sutherland. There's like a big Mexican fan group or fan posse or whatever you want to call them, a supporters group for Sutherland in Mexico. So keep supporting them. I think Sutherland is stuff to say that they're gonna stay up for sure. Moving on to La Liga. Now, La Liga, what can I say about La Liga? I think La Liga is going to be interesting this season. I mean, obviously, we're going to see kind of the same suspects of who's winning, who's going out, and stuff like that. But we look at Barca. Barca, you know, go and bypass Mallorca, no problem. 3-0. Bilbao. Now, Bilbao is going to be that dark horse. So I'm going to go back to Bilbao in just a second. But let's talk about Espanyol and Atletico. Oh, man, that hurt me. That hurt me so much because I'm an Atleti fan. To see them lose against Barca's rivals, Espanyol, you know, they're kind of neighbors. Oh, man, it just drove me nuts because Espanyol is not, no offense, but they're not that strong of a team. And yeah, Atletico is going through a rebuild, and they've acquired a lot of great players. You know, two from Serie A, which is fantastic. We love to see players from Serie A kind of go abroad and kind of spread their skills elsewhere. But to lose to Espanyol so early into this season, it's not a great start. Griezmann's looking a little shaky. He should have went to the MLS. I hate to say it. He should have took that LA kind of gig. Now Son's taking it. I think he's gonna struggle. He's my boy. Like I love Griezmann. He's my boy. He's just man. When it's time to go, it's time to go. There's only so much you can push, right? I give him props though. I give him. Hopefully he can prove the haters wrong, Simeone wrong, and stuff like that. And it's funny to say people do say that Simeone's got the easiest job in the world. He's been with Atletico for over 12 seasons now. When is it enough's going to be enough? But I think he's going to give it a go. I think he's going to give it another 1 or 2 seasons. I think he wants to win that Champions League. I think so. Deep down, he wants to win that Champions League. Whether they go, it's not impossible. It's hard, but it's not impossible. Bilbao taking over Sevilla, 3-2, and Bilbao. I think that's going to be again a dark horse. When we look at the predictions, I predict that Barca, Atletico, Real, yes, Real, even though they won their game today, and Bilbao fourth. Now, the reason why I pick Barca for obvious reasons, I mean, Lamal, Flick, it's all down to the German Usensagen, the Ingefagen of Flick. I think he's a tactical genius. I think he's a great coach. Him and Barca just gel well, and that was a team and a job that he wanted for a very long time. He finally got it. We saw how he was last season. He was able to gel this club the way he wanted to. Less bully aspect. We don't see much of the bullying anymore. Obviously, with they haven't been in the club in a while, but you know Messi, Suarez, Neymar. For a long time, they've kind of implemented that bully system, that very kind of bully. Oh, I'm better than you. We don't really see that anymore. We see the nice. We just see nice, pure champagne football. Frank, this is for you, buddy. Champagne football. You know what I mean? Just nice and flowing and just tiki taka. That's what we need. Enough with this talking smack. Okay, it's good to talk smack, but it's just with MSN, it was just so annoying. It was just so annoying, and like back to the Ronaldinho days and the Deco days. That was good. That was pure. So we're starting to see that now with Barcelona, and I think easily they're gonna take that. Ter Stegen, good for him to kind of sticking around. I know there's turmoil between Ter Stegen and Barca. There was talks of him going to Galatasaray. The kind of the whole situation, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. Apparently, he wanted to do a surgery on his back. He didn't need to do the surgery on his back, but he felt like it was going to help him in the long run. Barca said, no, you're not going to do it. You don't need it. And then push comes to shove. I don't think he ended up doing it. He did this big speech at the Camp Nou saying that he's gonna fight for his right to party. No, I'm kidding. He's gonna fight for his place and kind of prove everyone that he is, the rightful captain of Barcelona. Atletico, again, they lost. I'm calling them second. I think Atletico, again, huge rebuild, but I think that they're gonna pull through. I think that being Simeone and being with this identity for so long that each year is going to get better. I mean, we did see, back in 2021, they won the La Liga, and after that, they became so close and stuff like that. So we're starting to see maybe we may see the kind of 2014, 2021 kind of team coming out again, that rhythm and stuff like that. And, Jack Raspadori system, I call him Raspadori system, yes, but it's Raspadori. Good for him to joining Atletico. Prove us wrong. He didn't really have a good stint at Napoli. He was just kind of the shadow guy. But anytime this guy would come on the pitch, he would explode. Like we saw that with Italy against Germany. He scored those two goals. Just give the guy a chance. Yes, he's small. Okay, looks like he may have a little messy birth defect. Give him one of those shots and he'll grow. I don't know. Give him something, some Nutella. This guy's gonna give some trouble. Real, I put third because not because of Mbappe. I know everyone gave him Mbappe a shit time for last year and everything like that. It's supposed to be his debut season with Real. Guys, leave the guy alone. Come on, what else he's got to prove? You know what I mean? I know he's got to prove more, but give the guy easy. You know what I mean? I know I don't want to create excuses for the guys, but I think more than Mbappe, I think it's with Alonso. Alonso's got a lot of work. He's got a lot of shifting he's got to do. He's got to figure out the striker situation. They want to bring an older striker. They want to bring in that Croatian striker from I think Mallorca or Osasuna. The Osasuna guy. They want to bring in kind of like a Benzema because I think since Benzema left, they really haven't found that kind of core striker. Yes, again, they have Mbappe. Okay, I get it. But they've just focused all of their goals on their wings. Oh, and once those are down, then it's really hard to find any goals from the middle. Endrick, I mean, that guy needs to prove himself now. He did get the number 9 jersey from 16. Really got to prove himself. There was talks of him going to PSV, going to Real Sociedad on a loan. However, it looks like Alonso's going to give him a chance. But again, he's got a lot of work to do. He's got to kind of build this Real Madrid identity from the ground up. I mean, they're kind of trimming the fat, trimming the dead wood. They did get rid of their older players. I mean, obviously, Modric going to AC Milan, so on and so forth. So, Gonzalez making an impact in the Club World Cup. We thought he was going to take the number 9. But again, this is a guy that we're going to look closely under a microscope and see if he's going to bang in double-digit goals, right? And then lastly, Bilbao. Bilbao, they're kind of like a Cinderella story in a way because I don't know, they're such a tight knit community. Their academy is insane. They only sign Basque players, anybody from the Basque region or French players. Okay, that's it. They don't sign any Italians, any Germans, anything like that. They have an identity, and this has been going on for like 100 years, like ever since they became a club. And correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe there's like a different player sort of in the mix. I think in the 30s, but I don't think so. It's been kind of their own identity, and I respect that. It's kind of boring at times, but I respect that. It's kind of like a international team playing in a league kind of thing. So that's kind of cool. Earlier this, last season, we kind of saw Nico Williams. The end of last season, earlier in the summer transfer window, him being linked to Barca. That caused an uproar. I mean, they had all the portraits of him in Bilbao, and they were torn down, spray painted over, called him a traitor, call him that. And I mean, push comes to shove. I think Nikai Williams, Nico's older brother, kind of talked him into it. Say, listen, like we need you here. I need you here. we can make something. We can make this Bilbao unbeatable. We can make this Bilbao invincible. So I think they really had that heart to heart. And he's like, I don't want to play against you. You're my brother. We're supposed to, be together, and we can't separate right now. Maybe eventually we will, but now's not the time. So I think this team, they're gonna go farther and farther in more cup matches and more domestic, you know, games and stuff like that. And Champions League. I mean, I would love to see these guys go make a deep Champions League run. Like, why not? So I like them. I kind of like their kind of story and their community and stuff like that. I wish Atletico Madrid had something similar to that, but close enough. At least they're not Real Madrid, right? So bottom three, the teams that are going down from La Liga is going to be kind of the usual suspects. They really didn't kind of awe me in this offseason here. Levante, which technically speaking, they only have two players registered still. Two, technically, because they did. I believe they did play a game, but on paper they only have two guys registered. Lilche and listen to this, Valencia. I think Valencia. I think they're gonna go down. Yeah, I think Valencia's gonna go down. They've been flirting on and off with the bottom of the table. They've been saved numerous times. I think it's done. I think it's Valencia's got to go in the second league. You got to go to the Liga 2 or whatever you want to call it. They keep changing the name of the Liga 2. It's crazy. It's too many sponsors. Yeah, they got to go. They got to go. They got to start over. I mean, who knows? Maybe Ronaldo will kind of play for them. I don't know. He is kind of a part owner, I think, still. I don't know, but that'd be kind of cool. But that is my La Liga sake. Now, going into uh, City, I'm very excited for. Obviously, and everybody knows me. I'm a big Lazio guy. I was born in Italy, so I'm very excited for City. No games this past weekend, but I'm gonna do a different take on it. I'm gonna do my top four, bottom three, like I did for the other leagues. So I think that Napoli will take this again. I think Conte is too strong of a coach, too strong of a kind of a leader to kind of falter or fail with this. He's got the players at the right time at the right moment. He is facing a little bit of a striker crisis though, with Lukaku being out for a couple months. He's got a lot of players that he's looking into. He's looking at Roma's Dovbik. He's looking at Man United's Hoyland, Joshua Zerke, and Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy's one. Oh man, imagine Jamie Vardy at Napoli, drinking the Spros, hitting those Red Bulls with Conte, partying at the sideline. I mean, at first Conte's gonna be a little worried, and he's a serious guy, but dude, they're gonna be partying, and the guy's gonna still score goals. The guy's a motor, He's an old Fiat. Fix it again, Tony. You know what I mean? Throw some gabagool. You sprinkle that on some Red Bull in there. Put it on your face. Put some Nutella in there, and the guy's scoring some goals. No problem. Okay. Throw in an English breakfast. Bada boom, bada bing. He's got your goals. Other reports are saying that Cavani, yes, Edison Cavani, the Il Marador, could make his return to the Maradona. I'm super excited. Tarzan may come back to the Maradona. Super excited. I mean, I remember the days when this guy used to score bangers for Palermo. Then he went to Napoli. It's just insane. If anybody Napoli fans remember this guy, poof, this guy. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean, yes, he's old. Yes, he's a nonno. Yes, he's got his walker. Hey, but what are you gonna do? Tomato, tomato. You know what I mean? Third, I think he still is in him. I think he'd be. I could be delusional, could be crazy, but I think he's going to be the right guy for the job. I think. I mean, if they can't get Dovbeek, if this is a quick, cheaper alternative, and if he can stay healthy, he's kind of an injury, bad luck kind of guy. If he can stay healthy, Edison Cavani to Napoli, 2026. Here we go. You know what I mean? So that's it. Um, Now, continuing on, I think Milan, yes, Milan are going to take second. I think Allegri is going to guide that team to second place. Allegri is no stranger to Milan. He's got the Milan DNA inside him still, like it or not. Yes, he's not a very fancy coach, but he gets you the wins. He gets you the scrappy wins. Listen, 1-0 still gets you the 3 points. 10-0 gets you the 3 points. It doesn't matter how much you win. You win, you get the 3 points. Punto basta. That's it. That's all it takes. So I think he's gonna, smarten up the Milan guys. They have kind of gotten rid of the clicks now. I mean, we saw Theo go to Ali Hal. We saw some of the Milan guys kind of shifting over to different positions and taking different orders. Liao starting to get a little bit better in terms of listening and getting that relationship back with the coaching staff, with the fans. So, yeah, we could see that bringing that forward to second place. We brought a super talented nonno, Luka Modric. I think he's going to bring very experience and class into this squad. And guess what? No European competitions. And sometimes it's a good thing. You're playing one time a week. We saw the one Napoli last season. It could benefit you guys for sure, definitely. Inter's going to take third. I think Kivo is not going to be the guy that's going to help Inter kind of take the helm. He's kind of came into a dumpster fire a little bit. I think ever since Inzaghi left, he was kind of panicking. Like, what do I do? Do I stick with the three formation, 3-5-2? He kind of did a little bit of his own thing. That didn't work out. I think he's really gonna face a mutiny. Yes, he's got that Inter DNA, winning the Champions League with Inter back in 2010. Yes, being a Primavera coach with the little tykes of Inter. Yes, getting a little bit of experience with Parma. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. I think they're going to turn on him. He may get sacked. I'm not too sure. We've kind of seen that where, high profile coach will pass down the torch to not their mentors, but someone they know very well or someone from the actual club itself. Again, Kivu being a prime example. Sometimes it doesn't work out. I mean, we saw that with, Inzaghi at Milan, Seedorf at Milan. It just didn't work out. Sometimes you're a great player, but you can't be a great coach. And I don't know if Kivu is going to be that guy. Roma's going to take fourth. Juventus, sorry guys. I don't know what you're doing this off season. You getting rid of too many players. I don't know why you guys don't like your wingers. You get rid of your wingers. I have no idea. I don't know why you guys haven't still figured out this McKennie situation. Obviously, the guy does not want to be here. All he does is talk shit about the food, the league. Like, finally he talks. See, this was funny about McKennie. The guy finally learns Italian. Okay, he finally learns Italian. And then what does he do? He talks shit about the league and the food. Are you kidding me, man? You literally learn. You completed Duolingo. Okay? And then you're already talking shit about the league and the food. Like, get rid of this guy. Like, we don't need McKennie. No, we don't need him. Like, I'm not saying we as in Juve. I'm not a Juve fan. Like, Juve merda. But you know what I mean. I feel for Juve fans just for a second, just for a little bit. Get rid of him. He's a bum. Get out of here. Okay. Roma fourth. Again, I hate to say this because I'm a Lazio fan, but Lazio's got no chance of anything. Guys, we can't even make new kits. We're so cheap of cheap. Like, this president Claudio, whatever his name is, Mr. Palpatine. See, I'm knocking down my mics. Oh, that's how upset I am. He's like my nonna. He's like super cheap. Doesn't want to buy anything. Doesn't want to like. I'm sure he's gets the same kits and like recycles them, or like he got someone to like he gets some bum on the street and just kind of makes puts this there, puts that there, puts like a paper clip right there. Boom, bang. Look, I got the kit for Lazio or whatever. We can't buy any players, so I don't see us going any more than seventh place. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest here. I want to do as so much as I can. Shout out to Michael Gino, Emilio Rigi. He signed for Lazio Primavera. Watch out for that guy. Okay. Anyways, Roma. Claudio Ranieri did such a fantastic job. I'm so jealous. He did such a good job taking this team to Mount Everest. Literally Mount Everest. They were like 3-4 points away from the bottom three that one time. And he just came in. He's like, no, ci penso io. And he did. He did fucking think about it. He did take care of it. Too bad he didn't make the Champions League spot. But low key, I was happy. I was happy in a way. Again, they're my sworn enemies, but I was kind of happy in a sense that life was coming in Rome. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so much lots you could do. But to see the capital city getting life, getting whatever. Again, the games against us was killing me because Ranieri would overcome us. However, it was nice to see Totti smiling again and talking about his team, and nobody was embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so much loss you can take. then you start feeling a little whatever. But it's gonna be close though. Fourth and fifth is gonna be super, super close. It's gonna go to the last match day, but Roma will edge them. Pellegrini, if you're watching this, I know what you are. Vaya fanculo. You guys are a bum, 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 bum. Bomacho. Vatene via. Vaya fanculo. Agabido. Fanculo. Leave. Just leave, bro. Just leave. When I look at you, I want to take antidepressants. You make me so depressed looking at you, man. You don't smile. You don't. Just, bro, if you're not happy, like I said before in one of my other videos, do cricket, do golf, darts, something mind numbing. Don't play this sport if you're gonna be like, hey you guys, if you're gonna be like Eeyore, stop, 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 stop. West Ham wants you. Go to West Ham. Go to West Ham. Get relegated. Go play in the championship. Just get out of here, bro. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Bottom three for Serie A right now. We got the Leaning Tower of Pisa. We've got Cremonese Bodaci. No, Cremonese, sorry. And Lecce. Leeches, okay? I think Lecce, again, they're now the type of squad that have been flirting with the bottom for so long. I think their luck is going to run out. I mean, some of their pieces have been kind of filtering this window. We saw Doku from Lecce going to Man United. I think Mitrovic, their star striker, maybe going to Roma. I think that's it. I think they're donezo. They're donezo for sure. So, but yeah, those are my predictions for those leagues there. I'm not gonna do Liga. I'm not gonna do Bundesliga because we kind of know what's gonna go on. I mean, I doubt Marseille's gonna win it. I mean, Marseille's my team, but I doubt Giuseppe's gonna do it. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Now, these kind of stories kind of make me laugh a little bit. It's kind of a karma thing a little bit. Now, we saw Victor Gyökeres making his official debut in the league with Arsenal over that win with Manchester United. But what was kind of funny is that we heard that kind of sporting Gyökeres kind of fight. He broke up with his girlfriend. He wants nothing to do with Portuguese stuff, soccer, DNA, whatever. But however, this is kind of funny. So Victor Gyökeres had to pay a sporting fine. Okay, Sporting's SP said, listen, here's a fine. You showed up late for one of your practice. The fine was over 300K for not turning up for preseason training, okay? So he paid that. The Portuguese club went on to sign a left back by the name of Ricardo Manguez, okay, for that fee. What does this guy do? He's like, hold my quackish, I'll be back. This guy bangs in 2 goals. 2 goals as a left back. Scores 2 goals already. And Gyökeres, Mr. Mask, Uncats, scored nothing. I kind of like those stories. Those are pretty funny. You want to go around talking like a big shot, yada, yada, yada. And then you want to be late when you want. You want to force a move. Okay, I'll pay the money. And Sporting's like, okay, yeah, watch this. We're going to buy a guy, scores 2 goals. Bang. That's good. That's awesome. That's amazing. That's good. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap up with some transfers here. Dybala to Boca Juniors. Yeah, so this is kind of a story that's been kind of flitting around with Dybala a couple times. However, again, he shut down the story saying that he does not want to play with Boca right now. He is with Roma. He's got a contract with Roma. So, but that does not stop the representatives from Boca to trying something. Now, who knows? They might give his girlfriend new eyebrows. They might give him a new deal. Who knows? Maybe they'll convince him somehow to come to Boca. Now, my opinion, I think Dybala, after he leaves Roma, and if Palermo get promoted, he should go to Palermo. Oh, that would be a fairy tale ending for Dybala. Go to Palermo. We all saw him there, with the hair, with number 9, just kind of, it was good. With Gasparini kind of helping him, that was good. That was a good era. I think 2015. I think that was a good year. Good year. David De Gea might come back to Manchester United. Yes, so Manchester United is having a little bit of a goalkeeper a crisis. Andre Onana is not hurt. He's not hurt at all. Gaffer said he's not hurt, but I'm still not gonna play him. That's wild. That's wild to think that you feel injured, you don't want to play, but you'll play. However, your coach won't play you. That's like insane. That's like and Onana, that's enough, bro. Like enough's enough. We've waited. I mean, sorry, Man United players and coaches and everybody and fans have waited for so long. Okay, I remember your interview. Oh, it'll take time. It'll take time. Yeah, it'll take time. He's like smiling and he's saying it'll take time. Maybe not 3 months, maybe 6 months. Bro, it's been like 100 years. Okay, enough's enough. Okay, you gotta perform or fangulate mamada. Agabido. That's you understand because you speak Italian. So yes, they head to Menu. They are kind of trying to work out a deal with Fiorentina. De Gea, I don't think he's really wants to go back. We saw how they treated him at the end, like even with Jones too. Like no match, no nothing. Just gave him a picture frame of a jersey. There you go. Hasta la pasta. That's it. So I don't think De Gea's gonna go. I don't think he shouldn't go. I think he should stay with Serie A, with Fiorentina. I think he should sign for Como. That would be amazing. Kind of that Spanish fairy tale. You know what I mean? Andre Onana at the other end. Ooh, na na na. Ooh, na na na. He may be going back to Inter. Yes, he may be going back to Inter. Andre Onana has talks with his agents. Ask him if it's possibility for him to rejoin Inter. Yes, this is Adriano Nana who guided Inter to the Champions League final back in 2023 against Man City, only to lose in that final. He does want to go back. He does not want to go to Leverkusen. He doesn't believe in Ten Hag's project, which again, Ten Hag and Leverkusen lost again to another U23 team. I think it was some Dutch team, and they just got mangled. So I think these guys are going to get relegated. Nah. And yeah, and that's it, guys. That's it for what we have today. Oh, and guys, make sure to hit up Footy Fest in Wasaga Beach. I'm gonna be there. We're gonna be doing some prizes. It's a 7v7 tournament. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have food vendors. We're gonna have drinks. We're gonna have the whole shebang. Again, we're gonna hand out some prizes, and it's gonna be fun, guys. Like I said all the time, mangia, beve, fregadenne, kicking cleats. I'm out.